What's up? What's up? Good morning. The benefit of having a dog wake you up at, you know, 5:30 in the morning or whatever time it is I can't sleep after that. So I stream, and here we are. Now I don't know how long this stream will be. Yeah, but I think AT. I'm going to call you AT. I don't think he's ready for Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, whoa. So, I just think that, some people got to learn on their own. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's ready for the jungle of Los Angeles. Um, I just, he's in for a rude awakening with what's about to happen to him. But you know what? I hope they last. And, you know, I just, um, a breakup via the internet ain't gonna be good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, AT. I don't think they will. I hope they will. But, and why I say I don't think they will is because, she is around famous people all the time. I'm really digging this red filter in the complete darkness. Whoa. And she's around people that are, how shall I say this? I mean, I like Karmic, but he's kind of just, a Midwest hillbilly. And I think Felicia, yeah, I mean, she's around the Mark Norman types. I mean, and she's opening up for famous comics of my fame level and certainly higher than that. And I just don't see Karmic keeping up with those types. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. So, but, you know, we'll see. I mean, I don't know what her intentions are. I mean, he's not a very worldly guy. We don't do all caps in here, Mr. P. Um, so we'll see what happens. And plus, you have the added, um, I don't know if distraction is the right word, but you've got the added pressure of everyone clipping every word you say. You've got her ex-boyfriend and Pat Nixon. Oh, I don't mind if he farted as long as you hit the subscribe button too. You've got her ex-boyfriend bragging that he fucked her a lot. That's not going to be good for his ego. Um, I mean, I can only imagine the second girl I slept with if I heard her ex talking about her like that. It'd be like, and you've got Doom, you've got Stalin 19, you've got My Lost Interest, um, all clipping everything. You got Kevin Brennan doing 2-hour shows on you. Special. She did a special show yesterday with Aunt Mead, all about that. Um, so, uh, yeah, well, just get brown underwear, Scott Jones, and that'll cover that up. Um, no, I don't think it would work out in LA for him right now. You know, he can barely handle going to her hometown. LA's the jungle, baby. I mean, you know, I don't think he's ready for an LA visit. Um, but, we'll see. Mr. P, this is like the fourth time I've asked you. No all caps in here. No all caps. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or not, but please, just lowercase letters. Um, and that would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Um, apparently, you can't listen. So, um, you try and be nice to some people in here, and they just don't get it. Yes, thank you. Um, we will definitely show that message. I mean, it's not that hard to understand. This is probably why I don't stream early in the morning. You get the real trolls in here. I mean, I get trolling. It's part of the internet, but at least be funny. Give me something to go off of. Earl Skakel in the house live Monday morning. Hope you guys are well. I don't really have a set time that I stream. I just stream when I'm up and when I'm ready for action, baby. And my dog. I also stream when my dog wakes me up. Um, so yes, yeah. What up, Colt C in the house? Who lives in Johnny's house now? That place was. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, who's Johnny? At. Um, no, don't get a job, Colt, because then you wouldn't be able to come in my stream. Hello. Oh, well, see, I knew Johnny, like I knew him when my parents lived next to him. He lived on St. Cloud Road in Bel Air, and that is a fucking beautiful home. I mean, it was beautiful back then. I'm pretty sure they've renovated it. I'll agree with that, Michael K. 100%. That is a fact, Jack. Because I like the coloring of a red room. I mean, he had so many divorces and stuff. I think the first wife, Joan, was it? She might have gotten that one. And let me tell you something. That St. Cloud house in today's market is $50 million. What it was back then, I'm going to guess 20, back in the 70s and early 80s. But yeah, I mean, Johnny Carson is as rich as he was, probably not that rich after 4 divorces. I don't smoke. This is just how my voice is. Yeah, the Malibu house. I mean, when you have homes in Malibu and Bel Air, you're doing pretty good in life. But when you have multiple divorces, you might be living in a condo on the Wilshire corridor if you're lucky, while the ex-wives are shacked up with their new boyfriends at your old house that you worked your ass off to get. So it's just the way the ball bounces in the world of divorce. A lot of message hell for reviews, boy. Do you think Johnny banged lots of? Yeah, he probably cheated. He seemed like the type that would cheat. How many whores were hanging around the Friars Club back in the day. So, but I'm sure at least the first wife knew that's the deal. You're going to be married to probably the most famous guy in America. He's going to get his pussy. You get to live in the house. Um, oh, I could see that. I mean, 110 million. I mean, like just to give you an idea of what home prices sell for now versus back then. In 1988, my parents sold uh, their home in Bel Air, 10500 Roca Place, ROCCA. I think they sold it for about a little under 2 million. I think it last sold a few years ago for 12 million. So that's just, and their house was nice, but so you can, a house. I mean, we probably had one of the nicer homes in Bel Air, not size wise necessarily, but it's a beautiful layout. Um, so, but now there's like super mega mansions. I mean, I remember the house across the street from us was Harry Nielsen's house. And I think later Kelsey Grammer had it, but I remember Harry Nielsen gave us a tour of it when he was building it. That house today, I mean, back then it was probably $2 to $3 million, which was a lot in the '70s. But today, I'm going to guess 20 to 40 million because it's on top of the hillside. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, they're fucked if there's a fire because yeeks. But let's not put that out into the airwave. I mean, because it's all bushes and brush around that house. I mean, oh boy, man. Um, so, I mean, I've cheated and I've been cheated on. So, I mean, I don't know if it's impossible. I think, I don't know. I mean, it's hard if you're a celebrity because it's around you so much. I mean, if you look at NBA players, hockey players, any pro athlete really, soccer players in Europe, musicians. What do you think of Corey Feldman? I mean, he's harmless. He's just a lost soul. Um, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you got to figure she got a nice payout. I mean, I know Cher's house, which is right on top of a bluff off of PCH, is over the $100 million mark. I mean, you know, and I think I googled the house in American Gigolo. That's like right on the beach. That's a pretty fat. I mean, it is. Your backyard is the Pacific Ocean. It's a pretty high priced property. Well, the St. Cloud house was beautiful. It looked like the White House. Now, I think I drove by a couple months ago and it looked completely different. So they might have even torn it down to the studs. And, um, now the nicest house in Bel Air, at least size wise, is um, the Beverly Hillbillies home. I mean, it's massive. I mean, that's got to at least be $100 million. It's prime Bel Air and a gigantic lot. I don't know what the inside looks like, but the what up, TV? I'm just up. Lois woke me up. This dog is so amazing. I mean, they say when dogs get older, they start to lose control of their bathroom systems. She wakes me up when she has to go. She'll cough and cough, and then I'll take her out, and she's right there. So she's a pretty special dog. But she's a little confused right now. So hold on. Come on, Lois. Come on. I've got to kind of guide her to where her bed is because it's pitch black in this room. Yeah, Aaron Spelling has a house that it's not quite in Bel Air. It's in between Sunset and Wilshire, so that's a weird. I guess technically it would be Los Angeles. Now I know when he built it, it was like 75 million, and that was like 30 years ago. But that's a home that might have been overpriced, so I don't know if it's worth 75 million. Um, I love it, TB. I love it. I mean, some giant mansions go down in value. I mean, there's that one home that is directly above my parents' old home in Bel Air. That Hadid character is, I think it was called The One. And I think he was trying to get like 150 million for it, and just the price has plummeted. Um, Interesting. I mean, that definitely wasn't the St. Cloud house, because that home is pretty. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, Frodizzle, but since it's not completely disgusting, I'll allow it. Yeah, I mean, the real estate at where my parents used to live is insane. I mean, you're talking Roca Place, ROCCA. I mean, you had Harry Nielsen's house, you had my parents' house, you had Elvis's house, which I think is 10550 Roca Place. I mean, I mean, there's a few homes behind my parents' house. I think there was like 3 or 4 up a private driveway. I don't think they're quite as expensive, but they're probably $5 to $7 million. Um, Good morning, Frodizzle. Good morning. Yes, that is the dog. You know. Uh, oh, I see what you did there. I didn't get the joke. I mean, I might let you have that one, Frodizzle, but I appreciate the offer. I got enough bad jokes of my own. I don't really need to steal yours, but I appreciate it. You know, see, this is how a stream should work. We're just chilling in here right now. It is 6:30 in the morning. In Los Angeles. Welcome. Yes, Lois has a partially collapsed trachea. What up? What up? Yo, 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 Chi-Town. And a little fluid in the lungs from a heart issue. So, um, you know, she's never going to sound better, but she's not going to sound worse. Um, I appreciate it, Frodo. So, what you can help by hitting the like and subscribe button. You know, that's how people can help. I don't like to steal jokes, so. Hey, yeah, no post-it notes in this house. Round ice, yo, yo, yo. Buddhist priest, yo, 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 yo. Yeah, there's many ways to help a streamer out that don't involve money. You know, there's just hitting the like and subscribe button. There's just um, watching the videos, you know. It's all kind of not a scam, but, you know, just watching the videos on in your background. You don't even have to be watching them. They just have to be on. I mean, I know one guy, he literally, when he goes to sleep at night, he has his YouTube channel on loop, and it just goes from video to video to video. So he gets like 12 hours of watch time. Um, so, yes, indeed, Mike. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it does seem weird. I mean, I have a post-it note on my computer, just one. I'll show it to you. Yeah, right there. It's you know, just a note, a Stallone quote, you know, but that's it. That's the only post-it note in my house. Yeah, I've never really used post-it notes, to be honest with you. I'm not against them. I just, you know, got them. Hello. But you know, it's a Stallone quote about rejection. Um, So, I mean, I'm a lot of things. Gay is not one of them, you know? But yeah, I mean, that was an interesting, um, and like Aunt Mead, he's a pussy hound. He's a good looking guy, he's charismatic. So, now Carmick is going, did she fuck him too? That's just how the mind works. So, nothing wrong with getting older. I just caught up with Tulsa King. I like it. I mean, he's a great actor. Yeah, he had some bombs that were pretty cringe. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Rhinestone. A couple others, but I mean, the guy gave us Rocky and Rambo. No, not Frank Stallone. I mean, most actors don't come up with one iconic character. He came up with two. Um, so, of course, my favorite non-Rocky or Rambo movie of Stallone's is Nighthawks, 1982. It wasn't a bomb, but it didn't do well, but it kind of gained a cult following. So, Tango and Cash was good. I mean, there's a lot of problems with Tango and Cash. It was supposed to be Swayze and Stallone, but Swayze backed out, so that's why Kurt Russell was in it. And a lot of script changes. I mean, a lot of shenanigans. But there's a lot of problems on Nighthawks. I mean, um, I think that the director quit like very soon into the shoot, so Stallone started directing. And back then, if you were an actor, you couldn't direct and act in the film. So there's a lot of fucking problems with that movie. Um, Interesting. I played basketball with Sandler once at Harvard Westlake. I mean, Chad is right. He does rent out gyms, and I don't know if he rented out Harvard Westlake that day. I mean, it was 25 years ago, but yeah, Kurt. Well, they're a real life couple, so I think that helps. Um, yeah, I mean, Tango and Cash is a good movie. It's up there with like Cobra and Over the Top. I mean, Stallone, Lockup. Lockup's a kind of a good Stallone movie. Great cast. Okay, Hellfire, we don't do that kind of humor in here, so I'm going to send you to Pat Dixon's stream. Yeah, Terry Hatcher was beautiful. Yo yo, Poppy. Yo 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 yo. Yeah, I mean well, I don't know if I would say Lockup is great, but certainly a very good cast. Sonny Landham is the bad guy. Sonny Landham is Chink Weber, the Indian from Predator. Hal McRae, who was in Used Cars in many 1941, many films. Tom Sizemore, Donald Sutherland, John Amos. Great cast. I didn't like Demolition Man. I just, that's up there with like Judge Dredd, where, okay, I mean, goddamn, Stallone is proficient. Um, interesting. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not a horrible movie. I just, like, yeah, I mean, Hellcat, we don't do that kind of humor in here, so, Um, oh yeah, wasn't that Assassin? Yeah, that's an okay movie. I mean, uh, Demolition Man, but yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. That's a fact, Jack. Well, I mean, yeah, Speed definitely put um, Sandra Bullock on the map in that first movie where she starred on her own with Dennis Miller about the computer movie. Um, yes, yes. So, they had to, Rob was telling me they had to reshoot the ending, his death scene. Like they had shot the scene, and then Rob went on to do whatever movie he did after Judge Dredd. And then Stallone called him and said, "Hey, we got to do your death scene again." So he had to fly back, and it was just kind of hastily done. Yeah, the net, good call around. I mean, that was like her first time trying to carry a movie. Um, that's a fact, Jack. Buddhist priest. Um, Yeah, David Carradine was. Hey, David Carradine's in a good Rob Schneider movie called Big Stan. I would say my favorite comedies are the Hollywood Nights, which is kind of a under the radar comedy. Caddyshack, um, Foul Play with Chevy Chase. That was my introduction to Chevy Chase in film. And let me see, Porky's, the first Porky's, iconic 80s movie, Fast Times, um, The Wildlife, which is kind of a loose sequel to Fast Times because it's Sean Penn's brother, Chris. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop was good. I liked Beverly Hills Cop 2 better, actually, because I'm a big Dean Stockwell fan. Oh, really? The Hollywood Nights is what a cast. Last American Virgin, a great movie. Great ending too. I mean, most of those teenage romance movies end with the good guy getting the girl. Not in that one. And the funny thing is, the good-looking guy in Last American Virgin, Steve Anton, is gay in real life. So it's kind of Hollywood Nights, I believe, came out in 1980. It's starring Robert Wool, a very young Michelle Pfeiffer, pretty young Tony Danza. Um, who else was in that? Wolfman Jack, um, and the blonde guy, Gary Pendergrast. I think he played the bartender in Bachelor Party, and he was in the very short-lived sitcom Making It. Uh, oh yeah, I mean, I don't really have any Grease too. I just didn't have Travolta and Olivia in it. I mean, I like Matthew Caulfield, Maxwell Caulfield, um, and a good cast. I mean, it just didn't hit. I mean, Grease was so massive that any follow up was not gonna compare. But not a horrible sequel. I mean, some good songs on it. Good soundtrack, but not a great soundtrack. Um, yeah, David Naughton and I think Travolta's mom. Um, and it sucked. The timing of making it couldn't have been any worse when it was a show about, I think it was disco related. The family ran a disco or something. And unfortunately, like right as the show aired, disco started dropping like a rock. And it's just like, you know, now I'm not saying the show had long term potential, but like it just, it's just bad timing. Like a lot of 80s metal bands put out some really good albums from like, say, 91 to 94, but they didn't sell because grunge was like blowing up. Um, so Predator 2 could have been great, but the cast wasn't as good. It's a good cast, but it wasn't as good as the first one. What up, yo yo yo, JJ? I mean, they're nice, but I don't think they're a great set of hangers. The documentary's not come out. What I want to do, and I think me and the boys have just come to a kind of a bit of a disagreement. Was I want to put the documentary out first. It's already done. Has to be edited a little bit, but and then see if that does well, and then put the special out. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of favorite comedies, that reminds me of Val Kilmer's first movie. I think, Top Secret, done by the same people who did Airplane, which is probably my favorite comedy. I mean, Airplane was ahead of its time, man. God damn, that was so innovative for that time. Um, okay, I get that, Frodizzle. Oh, that's great. I mean, yeah, Grease was, it was just like such a great movie, and Grease 2 just, I don't know. I mean, just wasn't as good. But, not a horrible sequel. And I think at some point there was talks of doing a Grease 3 and bringing Travolta and Olivia Newton-John back as like parents or something, but that obviously didn't happen. Interesting. My favorite celebrity interaction I've ever had at LAX was, I forget where I was coming back from, but I was flying into LAX and I watched The Wire the whole way through, season 4, I think. And as I'm getting off the plane, Lance Reddick is waiting to get on the plane, and I had the Wire in my hand, the DVD box, and I said, "Hey, Mr. Reddick, I'm sorry to bother you, but we're probably never going to be in the same room again where I'm going to have a copy of The Wire on me." And he was very nice. He signed it. I try not to bother people at the airport, but it's Lance Reddick, rest in peace. Kentucky Fried Movie, great movie. Rex Kramer, the world's most dangerous stuntman. Um, yeah, Travolta had a nice run in the 70s. He did Blow Out in '80, which was a pretty good movie, and then he did that wacky movie with Lily Tomlin that sank his career for damn near a decade. Um, oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, probably the funniest interaction I ever had was I was with Rob Schneider, and we had to I think we were going to Nashville or somewhere, but we had to stop in Dallas Fort Worth. And the great thing about traveling with Rob is he knows everybody. So we're in like the Delta Lounge or whatever, and in walks Mike Starr, the world's most, the guy from, he was Frenchie in Goodfellas. He was the guy with Jim Carrey, and he was the gas man in Dumb and Dumber. And so, of course, he knew Rob. And, hey, Rob, or hey, Mike, this is Earl. He's my opening act. And I said, hey, do you know I can get the 40 minutes of unreleased footage from Cruising? And he looked at me like, how did you know about that? I said, don't worry about it. um, yeah, that's pretty much that. TB, that tops my story. Yeah, I mean, Chris Elliott had a nice run. Yeah, yeah, Buddhist priest. You're not you're onto something there, my friend. Interesting. I mean, I met Ted Nugent at Jamba Juice. I let him go ahead of me. He was standing behind me. I said, Mr. Nugent, you can go ahead of me. And he goes, bless you, my son. Now, a lot of people don't like Ted Nugent, but, he's pretty cool to me. Roy Cohen, we don't do that kind of humor in here. I'm going to send you to Steel Toe. Welcome to Hollywood, AT. Earl Skakel in the house. We'll do a few more minutes. My worst celebrity interaction out at LAX was with John Saxon of Enter the Dragon. He wouldn't give me an autograph. He told me he didn't have the time. I'm like, motherfucker, you haven't been on anything since Nightmare on Elm Street 2. You got the time, brother. But, what are you going to do? Wade Boggs, old school. He's in one of my favorite Mr. Perfect wrestling promos where Mr. Perfect is teaching him how to hit a baseball. Mr. Perfect had some great promos. Of course, the best one is when he's with Minnesota Vikings tight end Steve Jordan, and he throws a football like 100 yards, and you just see the football in the air, and then you see Mr. Perfect catching it too. Matt Mead looks like Liv Schreiber a little bit. Big Black in the house. So Dabbleverse questions are now on the table with an icon from the Dabbleverses in here. So we can now talk about Aunt Mead and Felicia. I used to do Aunt Mead's. I think I did his show with Stancil, and I want to say we did one with Ski Mask. Rest in peace. He was a good dude. Um, Interesting. I never watched Cheers, but if my parents would have stayed in Bel Air, I would have been neighbors with Kelsey Grammer. So there you go. Um, yeah, I was really disappointed. He came out of my doctor's office. I was going in. I said, "Hey, Mr. Saxon, I'm a big fan. Can I have an autograph?" He just goes, "I don't have the time." All right, cool. He's dead. I'm alive. So who won? Um, I think I watched. Actually, I take that back. I watched one episode of Cheers because my favorite actor, John Glover, is in it, and John Glover's really funny. So um, it was the episode where John Glover is about to fire Frasier, and then he finds out that he just got fired. It's a pretty funny scene. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't listen to Dan Soder, so yeah, 100%. I mean, it just was disappointing. But Enter the Dragon is still one of my favorite movies. But that's why I've always had a little love for OJ. He was nice to me as a kid. I got no problem with him. Good for Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we would get along, but he's a New York guy. I'm an LA guy, but that's something that if I were to increase my presence by say doing Gutfeld, that I would get into contact with the bigger comics. Oh yeah, I mean, I remember when my dad would give me $20 to go to the movies. You'd buy a ticket to a movie, you'd buy candy and a soda, and still have change left over for like a burger after. Yeah, but I don't think he should let the bitterness go. That's how he feels. I mean, the fucking WWF killed his brother. But that shows you the pull of Vince McMahon is he got Bret Hart to come back. I would have been like, fuck you. Um, I mean, I just put gas in my car. $40. I don't even think I barely got half the tank full. I mean, it's fucking bonkers. Yeah, I mean, Bruce Lee, I mean, Enter the Dragon. But my favorite Bruce Lee movie is Game of Death. Kind of an innovative movie with how they finished it. I mean, obviously, he was killed so early on into the movie that they just shelved it for like 6 years, and then I think some movie company was like, well, let's finish it, and then they just did like cardboard cutouts of his face, stunt actors. Kareem actually wouldn't come back, so they had to find another black dude to play the Hakeem, Kareem's part. So, oh, that's cool. But can you imagine they killed his brother and they get him to come back and do a segment with the guy they fucked him over in the Montreal screw job? I mean, that's, you know, I mean, look at what they did to Sting. I mean, they should be embarrassed by what they did to Sting, but they're not. Sting wanted the video rights and he got them, but we're going to embarrass you on the way out. Uh, Watch the Game of Death. It's very well done. I mean, in terms of they didn't have a lot of technology in '79 to finish the movie, but they just with stunt doubles and literal cardboard cutouts of his face, different angles. It was kind of yeah. Lois just got up. I mean, Enter the Dragon is like the Star Wars of karate movies. I mean, there's also rumors that Edge is going to be his final match now. I think Edge is still signed in AEW, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But you know what I mean, Buddhist priest. It was just um, for '79. It's pretty innovative what they did. Now, you know, you could CGI and all kinds of things. Um, yeah, I mean that's technical talk, TB. I'll take your word for it. What about? I don't think I ever saw that one. I mean, who knows? I mean, I can't see um, Tony Khan. Come here. Look, we got a little cameo by Lois. She be coughing. It's okay. Yes. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at that. Whoa, whoa. You got a little sneezy. She's the best dog in the world. It's okay. Go back to sleep now. Lois just doing a flyby. No, she's all right. She's all right, Ross. It sounds horrible. Yeah, I mean, but you know how they fucked over Sting was what got me working with Piper because Piper was at the Comedy Store one night and I was doing a bit about how pissed off I was at the Triple H fucked over Sting and Piper was like, I want this guy on my podcast. He's gonna go rogue. Because I didn't really care about working for WWF or WWE, so I think Piper was like, "Hey, for once, I don't have to be the bad guy." So thank you to Triple H and Vince for fucking over Sting. It got me on Roddy Piper's radar, I suppose. I guess. Um, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably just landing in Pittsburgh. Yikes, that was a rough game to watch. Yes, he was the good guy and They Lived, and I was the bad guy on the podcast. Um, that's one of my favorite moments of the Roddy Piper Memorial at the Comedy Stores. I had to basically coerce Keith David into speaking about Roddy. So yeah, They Lived, great movie. A lot of pressure on John Carpenter. He had a couple bombs. He had a good run with Escape from New York and The Thing, and then kind of a couple bombs in a row. And I think there was a lot of initial rejection of Roddy Piper, a lead actor. Get the fuck out of here! But a very good movie. Yeah, I mean, Roddy was awesome. Like, that was a very fun time for me. And, I hosted the memorial because Steve Simone, who really brought Roddy to the Comedy Store, he was too sad to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Roddy didn't become like an action star from that because he kind of could act. But, it just didn't happen. Yeah, I mean, It is crazy that WrestleMania is now 2 days, but nothing very memorable happens. I gotta be honest with you, I think AEW does pay-per-views better. But their storytelling in between the pay-per-views can be a little rough. Um, but, I mean, AEW's got their own problems. I've heard rumors of Marilyn and Ava Gardner. IA Les Pern. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Hell Comes to Frogtown. Yeah, I mean, well, Sting, I think, did some movie with Gabriella Reese. I think they were trying to make Sting not an action star necessarily, but I don't think that did very well. I would assume Thunder in Paradise is streaming on some platform, maybe like Tubi. I mean, Tubi seems to be where a lot of you know, um, shows like that are. There's also that Fabio show. Was it Acapulco Nights or something ridiculous? Interesting. I drive by the when I go to Garden Grove to play hockey. Sometimes I'll take the 10 to the 5, and I always pass the Olympic Auditorium, and it's kind of interesting to see that it's now a Korean church. Well, thank you, Larry Bird. And it's 7 in the morning. Gee, I'll yawn if I want to yawn. I'm tired. How about saying thanks for doing a stream this early instead of bitching? Yeah, it's a Korean church. I think the last time I was at the Olympic Auditorium was an XPW match or XPW card, and I think the main event was the Sandman against somebody, and he came out with major guns, and I swear to God, TB and everyone else, maybe 200 people in the arena. Now, I would say the Olympic Auditorium at that time, three to 5,000 people, maybe. So to have 200 people in the arena, yeeks. I mean, you could literally hear the wrestlers talking to each other. That's my dog. Yeah, I mean, that's not a great area. It's still not a great area. All right, well, JJ, let's see what we can do in that regard. Whoa, let there be light. Let there be light. Earl Skakel in the house. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. I don't ask you guys much. I can't find what I was listening to. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Let's go with this one. We'll do about another 10 minutes, and we'll have the soothing sounds behind us. Interesting. I did not know that, TB. Yeah, Shane McMahon, you got to give him credit. He really lived the gimmick of being the boss's son. What black tooth? I don't know who you're talking about. Sizzle chest. No, I took the phone off the hook. I never used a landline anyway. It's actually scary to me that people will call my home number. Fuck yeah, Sasha. And then, I got doxxed last week. So my association with the Perry Caravello live stream is done. Favorite fast food chain? I like Chick-fil-A, Big Black. I mean, I don't think I've had anything else other than Chick-fil-A. I mean, Five Guys. No, not Five Guys. Shake Shack. That's pretty good. I don't want to talk about it. Just people were sending stuff to my home. Someone put my address online. It was just like, in my mind, I thought, okay, I'm a Comedy Store paid regular. That's where Perry kind of got his initial burst of fame, was via the Comedy Store. And I don't know the feuds in that world and the PCL world. And I think people were mad that I was friendly with the guy who handles Perry. And I was just like, fuck this, man. I'm just trying to build my channel, man. And you got people doxing me and sending stuff to my home. Like, fuck that. No, I don't want anyone having my number. I mean, they already have it, I suppose. But yeah, I'm good. I'm not Chad, man. I'm not doing that shit. Basically, they put your home address online or your phone number, and people send you stuff, and I don't know. It's not very funny to me. I remember that. I remember the guy. Remember the guy from Dodger Stadium TV and the Forum. I knew him from the King games. Feed a family of four. Feed a family of four. Old guy. I mean, he must have been 80 years old, walking up and down the stadium stairs. Maybe the greatest peanut vendor in the history of LA sports. Lois be chilling right now. She's sleep. She coughs a little bit in this. But now she's back to sleep. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. So, Earl Skakel live Monday morning. I thought his name. Oh, okay. I mean, I know there was another guy named Roger who was like famous for like 2 sections over throwing you your bag of peanuts and never missing. But this guy was funny, man. Especially when the Kings were losing. He'd be like, all right, feed a family of 4, feed a couple LA Kings. They're going to be broke after this game. Feed a family of 4, Kings down 4-0, but you can still get 2 bags of peanuts. He just had endless one-liners. And I saw him at Ram games and King games and Laker games. I think he was mainly a Forum guy. Well, no, I'm saying there was another peanut vendor named Roger who was like really famous for like throwing you your bag of peanuts from 2 aisles over and never missing. It was probably Joe, the guy I'm talking about. Feed a family of 4, feed a family of 4. Yeah, I mean, I never saw Roger mess, and I saw him 100 plus times. He was more of a Dodger Stadium guy, I think, whereas Joe was more of a Forum guy. I don't know. I mean, I haven't bought. I mean, the last 2 times I went to Dodger Stadium, we ate at the restaurant. Behind home plate, there's a really, the tickets are so fucking expensive, they give you a free dinner. It's really not free, you're basically paying for it via the ticket, but sometimes Joe would, but he wasn't as accurate as Roger. I mean, Roger was like fucking, I mean, I hadn't been to a Dodger game in like 20 years, and ironically enough, I went back-to-back nights, a Thursday and a Friday night, 2 different girls, because Daddy still got it. And, if you guys knew who the first girl was, you would have a heart attack. But I can't get into that. My career's already suffering enough. 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going back to bed, to be completely honest with you. Enjoy the ambient sounds. This music seems to fend off the trolls. And, I'm sure someone in the Dabbleverse is going live right now. Joe was an animal. I mean, and he looked like really old and decrepit. Like, but man, he could walk those stairs like nobody's business. Oh, that's funny. Tommy Jordan. Tommy Jordan is like, well, I'm new to the Tommy Jordan world. I'm not really familiar with who he is. I don't know if he's a comic or just, the latest in the long line of the 15-minute of fame guys in the Earlverse. I mean, send me a video and who knows? I mean, I don't think this music is copyright, so I can play it. It's kind of a soothing background. It fends off the trolls. What's that hippie crap? I'm just trying to get people in a good mood, brother. I have a Zen stream, and this is supposed to get you money, so. Earl Skakel in the house, Monday morning live. I don't know how people do morning shows, but hit the like and subscribe button. I don't know if I'll stream again today. Technically, this is my second stream of the day, because I did one a couple hours ago, about 4 hours ago. Napalm death. Well, I don't want to get my channel dinged. Take a deep breath, everyone. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. What the fuck? Well, I don't know where you're smelling the sage from, but it ain't my house. I'll get my Comedy Store schedule tomorrow. Hopefully I'm there this Saturday night around midnight. This Saturday night I went on about 12:40 because people be running the light, baby doll. So now Rihanna was in the original room. I was in the main room. I would have loved to have performed for Rihanna. I would have told my title, The Creator Story. No problem, JC. Thank you for joining the party. Every comic runs the light at the store. They're like little kids. The first comic does 5 minutes longer. The second comic says, well, I want to do 5 minutes longer. I mean, it's just the way it is. Welcome to the wacky world of LA comedy. And I'm sure it's the same in New York. I'm sure there's some big light runners. Yeah, me and Lois are doing pretty good. I mean, Lois was coughing a minute ago. Now she's passed out sleeping. So, which I will be sleeping momentarily. I mean, she had a big posse with her. And paparazzi was literally climbing in the bushes. There's a driveway in between the Comedy Store and the Andes Hotel, and they were like, I don't know how they knew she was there. So, but her boyfriend was pretty cool. It was that guy ASAP Rocky. I'm not really familiar with her, so when I pulled up to the Comedy Store, there was like 4 SUVs and 2 Rolls Royces. I'm like, damn. I thought Chappelle might be there. And then they were like, hey, Rihanna's here. You might get to perform in front of her. And she went into the other room. Okay, let me look and see if it's the guy I'm talking about. Dodger Stadium vendors. I mean, I'm going to assume he died. Because he was old when I was a kid. Let's see here. Let's see here. I don't see it. No, he wasn't Roger Owens. I don't see it. They're going to say the food at Dodger Stadium in pictures looks disgusting. Old man. Let's see, old man. Old man. Yeah, it wasn't the guy Roger. It was the other guy. Feed a family of four, feed a family of four. I can't get that. Oh, wait, hold on. No, hot dog vendor at Tiger Stadium. He kind of looked like that guy, but anyway. How does this guy know so much about Rihanna? I searched famous peanut vendor, Dodger Stadium. Okay, let's try that. I mean, I'm going to assume he died. Yeah, that same guy pops up, Roger Owen. It definitely wasn't him. Fuck, was he funny. See, I don't recall interacting with Roger Owens. I'm trying to, I don't see his picture. He was a really older guy. Like, I'm talking like Joe Biden old. And I recall he didn't smell the bat. Wait, second picture. Okay, I must be missing something. Second. No, the second picture is that guy Roger Owens. A famous peanut vendor. Oh, okay. Thank you, JC. Black hair. No, I don't think that's the guy I'm talking about. Robert Sanchez. Is that him? No, it wasn't him. Peanut guy. Maybe I'll just go peanut guy, Dodger Stadium. I didn't know this Roger Owens guy was so famous, Peanut. He also did USC games. All right. What am I going to do? I don't want to bore people with me searching for this obscure. You got to be a real LA freaker to know who I'm talking about. No, not Penis guy, Peanut guy. Big Black in the house. So before we leave, we'll go another few minutes. We can talk about the Dabbleverse since Big Black is in the house. We also have Toast in the house. Toast in the house. Be cool. You be cool, Toast. I'm cooler than a polar bear in Antarctica. I bet he did, Detroit Mike. I bet he did. Dude, you didn't go to a Dodger game unless you know who this guy was. Now, he was mainly a forum guy. Like, he did Kings, Lakers, and I think I've seen him at Dodger Stadium. Feed a family of four, feed a family of four. Peter Chicken Man Brennan would probably know who I'm talking about. I mean, the Chicken Man is a real Dabbleverse provocateur. Fame. I'm gonna live forever. 1980 in the house. Welcome to the Earl world, everyone. I'm just about to end the stream. This music is actually making me tired. Send it to me on Instagram. It's just my name, Earl Skakel. EARLSKAKEL. It's in the game. I never saw him at the Forum doing concerts. I mean, I was a King guy, so I went to a lot of King games. So this is where my AD. What up, Jeff? Good morning. We're just about to end the stream. Yes, the Chicken Man is a real. Oh, you don't Instagram? I love it. Fuck it. The Chicken Man's a real provocateur. Like, he knows enough about the New York comedy scene, but he also knows a lot about the LA comedy scene. I mean, when you're dropping Johnny Zapp and Kenny Tenney references, you are a real comedy store historian. But I don't want to know who the Chicken Man is. It would ruin the illusion. So, yeah, I don't blame you, TV. Unfortunately, I have to be involved. Yes, I remember where I was when the trade was announced. I was on the corner of Overland and Pico, and on KNX News, breaking news: the LA Kings have traded for Wayne Gretzky, Marty McSorley, and Mike Krushelnyski, giving up Jimmy Carson, Martin Gelinas, 3 number 1 picks, and $15 million. And I remember all three of us got out of our car and started running around the car. Never forget, baby. Never forget. No, he's definitely not my peanut guy, Roger Owens. This guy was like under the radar. I mean, Roger Owens was like the celebrity peanut vendor. The old guy I'm talking about was just, he was on the DL. All right, you guys, 3 more minutes. We're going to the 70-minute mark, and then Earl Skakel is going to sleep for a few hours. I've earned it. I've paid my dues. Hit the like and subscribe button if you are new to the stream. Let's get to 30 likes. I mean, we're just going for it in the early morning stream. I've hit the goal of $0 for a 60-minute stream, so I do appreciate that. Gaylord Dingler, I mean, that's another deep cut. I provided the only known footage of Gaylord Dingler. There was a Gaylord Dingler documentary. I forget who did it, but I provided the footage when I brought him up one night at McRed's in the Valley. Oh shit, we've got a music icon in the stream. This man has played with everyone. He's played with Brian May. He's played with CeCe DeVille. He's played with Eric Mensinger. He's played with Tracy Guns. He's played with Corey Feldman at the Cat Club. He's also sold jewelry outside the Cat Club with Victor the Snake Man. Also promoted gigs in Garden Grove with Happen and Harry. An icon of the LA music scene, the great Stefan Adika. Rest in peace, Bobo. I would like to dedicate this stream to Bobo. Oh yeah. I mean, I remember I went to the Jim Healy Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony, and that's when they announced it. Not there, but like word started spreading. Hey, did you hear about Magic? Yes, support the Victor the Snake Man, one of the greats in LA music lore. I believe he was managing Dale Bozio at one time, and then asked for money to get him his van collapsed in Bakersfield. Nothing, you got to feel good if you're Dale Bozio when your manager's van breaks down in Bakersfield. Also, Stefan Adika, bass player in the world famous Glam Nation 70s cover band, Sunday nights at the Gig on Melrose. All-star lineup, Eric Singer on drums, Teddy Zigzag and Derek Sherinian on the Tickling the Ivories, Eric Dover, and I was there one time when they brought up Ace Frehley on stage, and the great Bobo asked Ace Frehley for an autograph, and Ace just turned around and goes, "Fuck off," and Bobo started to cry. Nothing like seeing a 300-pound adult crying because Ace Frehley didn't want to give him an autograph. And look who's laughing now, because Bobo right now is in heaven, hopefully bugging Ace Frehley for an autograph. So everyone follow Coffee Talk with Stefan Adika, one of the greats, one of my good friends, a personal friend of Andrew Silverstein, aka Andrew Dice Clay, and a very funny, I don't know if he replays these episodes of Coffee Talk with Adika, but him selling real estate to 80-year-old people in Fresno is really one of the funniest things I've ever seen. 45 likes. Well, we really went for it. Let's get to 50 likes. I mean, I'm overwhelmed right now with having Peter Chicken Man Brennan and Stefan Adika in the house. We'll talk about the glory days at the Cat Club later with Bernadette, our 400-pound friend, taking up a whole booth by herself. Also, falling in the rain at Alice Cooper Universal Amphitheater, where I had to help her up and pulled every muscle in my back in doing so. We don't do the N-word towers in here. We don't do that in here. Brand Tucky. So um, we don't do that in here. I mean, really. I mean, you're spelling out the worst word in the English language. Do you really? Are you really proud of yourself, bro? Thank you, Buddhist Praise. I mean, really, who goes into a live stream with positive thinking music playing and just does an N-word tower? I mean, that is society is we're doomed, and I don't mean doomed the Clipper. What up? What up? E begging. No, I thought that said something else. Jesus, I'm tired. Um, I mean, but I come on, an N-word tower. Jesus, it's like I don't want to see those. Bernadette is our friend. She is a dog breeder, and one time I had to put my dog Messier down. He's a Lhasa Apso, and Messier unfortunately passed away about 3 or 4 in the morning. So I had to go all the way out to Rosemead to Bernadette's house, and she answered the door in her lingerie. And I've never looked at a woman naked again since. So I'm out of the game. I'm out of the game. Lois is sleeping right now. And let's get to 50 likes. We'll do another 2 minutes. We'll go to the 75-minute mark. And I've already hit the goal of doing a 75-minute stream for no money. You guys, thank you for helping me achieve the goal. No one send money. But hit the like and subscribe button. We're up to 48 likes now. We're killing it. What up, Sasha? Lois is passed out right now. But, the funny thing is, Lois doesn't cough when I'm not sleeping. The second I go to sleep, she goes upstairs and coughs. So you show me the money, honey. Now, I don't want your money. I'm not a fucking grifter. I'm not some high plains grifter that just bleeds my fan base for money. Adika, you ever jam with the great Tommy Morris? Adika probably has. I've seen Adika jam with Corey Feldman. I mean, I'm not a musician, but Corey Feldman, a Corey Feldman solo sounds like he has 12 broken fingers. Stefan's played with Gilby Clarke. He's played with Richard Black from Shark Island. I believe he was, played with the Ramones. I mean, I'm being serious. Like, he's a very accomplished bass player, and one of the good guys of my LA music scene. Also played with Brent Fitz, Teddy Zigzag. I think he did a duet with Shabadoo Quinones. All right, we got 45 more seconds to hit 50 likes. And since my favorite movie is 52 Pickup, let's try and end the stream with 52 likes. Thank you, Stefan. I mean, how many good times did we have at the Cat Club? He also played with Slim Jim Phantom. I mean, he's a very accomplished musician. I mean, we bust balls, but he's played with more people than most. Jeff Ross? Oh, Jim Ross. I thought you said Jeff Ross. My ex-coworker was Zappa bassist. Oh, okay, that's cool. Burnt. I don't know who Burnt Toast is. 52. We're ending the stream in 3 seconds. I don't want any more likes than 52. I'm tired. I love you, Chicken Man. Stefan, you're the best. You're the king. Everyone follows Stefan Adika. We don't talk about the butthole surfers in here. Earl Skakel, over and out.